It's times like these we learn to love again. It's times like these we give and give again. It's times like these we learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. Oh, hey there. Didn't see ya. You caught me just singing randomly in the hallway in the church. Not weird at all. Welcome to Youth Group. My name's Carter, and I'm really glad that you're here. And, that was a little ditty by Foo Fighters, not the Foo Fighters. Look it up. It is Foo Fighters. And it's called Times Like These. And it's a song that I've been thinking about lately because it's just about kind of knowing where you're at and knowing that there might be a time where we can breathe together again. And I think that's just a really appropriate song for where we are right now in society. We're starting to see things open up. We're starting to see things start to come back. And believe it or not, we are starting to talk about how to come back as a church and as a youth group. So stay tuned for that. But first...
Hey y'all, it's me, Carl. So throughout my life, people have always asked me questions. Because for some reason, my face looks like a face that has all the answers. And, well, that's kind of true. My mama always said that I'm as smart as a whip, which I don't know what that means, but it sounds good. So what I'm going to do is answer some of your questions that you sent in, both directed at me and life and stuff. So let's answer some questions. Alright, question number 1. How many sweaters do you have and where do you get them? I have one sweater per day of the month, so these are all my sweaters. And as far as where I get my sweaters, I get them all at thrift stores because nothing beats the smell of a sweaty old man. Smells like cabbage. Next question. Why is your name spelled with 2 L's? The question is, why isn't your name spelled with 2 L's? That doesn't make sense. No, but seriously, the real answer is that there's a typo on my birth certificate, so my folks just ran with it. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for making me different than all the other Carls out there. Where's your accent from? Well, I'm from Florida, so I guess Florida. How old are you? I'm 26 years young. 26 years old. Born in 1992. That's right. I'm a 90s baby. Shout out to all my 90s babies. Okay, I had a lot of people ask this question, and the question is, how do you do your hair? I don't know how one does hair, but I just let nature do my hair. All natural. Kind of smells like tacos right now, which I ain't mad at. Yum. What was your first tattoo? It was this little guy right here. It says Yahweh in Hebrew. So when people are like, there's no way that there's a God, I say, Yahweh. It's Yahweh. He's the one true God. Can I get an amen? How did you and Paco meet? Well, one day I walked into Boston Market and me and Paco ordered the same meal. We've been friends ever since.
I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
How do you feel about Chick-fil-A sauce? If you could bottle up heaven and dip your nuggets into it, that would be Chick-fil-A sauce. It is truly heavenly. Tater tots or tattoos? Well, you can never go wrong with a perfectly cooked tater tot, but you can go wrong with a tattoo of a tater tot, so don't get a tater tot tattoo. It'll break your mom's heart, and we don't want that. No siree. What is the difference between empirical and molecular formula? Well, I'm not entirely sure, but if I were to guess, I would say molecular formulas tell you how many atoms of each element are in a compound, and empirical formulas tell you the simplest and most reduced ratio of elements in a compound. If a compound's molecular formula cannot be reduced anymore, then the empirical formula is the same as the molecular formula. But I'm just guessing. Okay, last question. How's your nacho-based diet going? Well, it's been interesting considering I'm pretty sure I'm lactose intolerant, so I think that answers your question. Oh. All right, that's all I got for you guys. But if you have more questions for me, make sure to put it down in the comments, and I'll make sure to make a part 2 of Questions with Carl. That's me. I'm Carl.
Time for some announcements, but let's do things a little bit different this week. I've got a lot of announcements that I've got to get through, and I don't want to take a lot of time to do them. So instead of me just like talking or maybe like involving my daughter, who's actually not here, I thought we'd have a little bit of a competition. So next to me, Trinity is on the screen. As you may know, Trinity is an expert Rubik's Cube solver. That's right, she could solve a Rubik's Cube super fast. Some might even call her a speed cuber. In the amount of time that it takes her to solve this cube, which is not that long, I'm going to try to get through the announcements. Do you think I can do it? Do me a favor, comment below right now if you think that I can beat her or if she can beat me, or type it in the chat. So we're just going to run through it right now. No cuts. Trinity, I think I can do this. On your mark, get set, and go. So no coffee with Carter this week. I'm so sorry. There is something going on in my life, and it's really exciting. It's my son Jude's 6th birthday on Friday, which is really great. And he informed me that if I was not in attendance at his birthday celebrations, that I may not be invited to future ones, which is kind of a savage response from a 6-year-old. But that's the deal. No coffee with Carter. So sorry. We're going to pick it up again next week. But there is Bible study on Sunday, 12:30 p.m. on Zoom for the middle schoolers, 1:30 p.m. on Zoom for the high schoolers. Go ahead and make sure to check the link in the description. The information is right down below, so you can get that stuff right there. It's also in the bio of our Instagram. Speaking of the Instagram, if you're on Instagram, give us a follow at CPC Madison SM. That's CPC, like Christ Presbyterian Church Madison, like the city we're in, and SM for Student Ministries. Okay, she's getting really close. So, the last thing I'm going to tell you is you need to come to the Zoom after party, because there's going to be a special announcement, a big announcement, a super big announcement, a big event announcement, and I want to tell you about it. So come to the after party. And also next week, Pastor Jessica's going to join us. She's going to be involved in the video, and she's going to be at the Zoom after party. So you definitely want to make sure to come next week. And I think that's it. Did I do it? Well, Trinity, well done. That's a lot of fast cubing. By the way, speaking of Pastor Jessica, if you remember, a few weeks ago, over a month ago now, we made a little video at our Zoom after party on Wednesday nights to welcome her to CPC. Well, she absolutely loved it, and she sent back a video for you to check out. Here you go.
Hey guys, thank you so much for your amazing welcome video. I was so happy to see it. I was sitting at my parents' house and I was packing up all my things, getting ready to move out of the Southeast for the first time since I went to seminary in the Northeast. And, thinking about how much I'd miss my family and how much I'd miss my friends and all the good things of where I grew up. And then I got this amazing video from you all, and I realized that I was coming to a place where there were amazing people with whom I would have wonderful times, and it just gave me so much comfort and hope to look forward to being with you all. So thank you for offering me that warm welcome. I wanted to tell you just a little bit about myself. It's not going to be as fun as Carter's game, so although I'm sure he's going to be putting up like signs next to my face like this right here, he's probably doing it right now. Anyway, that's fine. I look forward to that. So I'm standing on my back balcony, and you can probably hear like a school bus or a truck or something in the background. I moved to the Nakoma neighborhood, and I'm renting a house here. And it's a sunny, beautiful day. Reminds me of home. Like, it's so amazing, springtime. And I'm doing a little bit of work outside. As you probably know, we're not in the building full time right now. We're sometimes there, carefully masked, distance. We record worship from the church building, but we try to do some of our meetings and activities other places, so we keep each other safe. So when I'm not there in my office, you all probably find me from time to time on my back deck. So this is my little table. Oh, my phone is shaking. Where you can find my computer and my Bible and that kind of thing. My cat is over here somewhere. Hi, Ellie. That's my cat. So she and I will hang out and do a little work together from time to time. And this is my new backyard where I'm sure I'm going to learn how to plant some native Wisconsin plants. Looking forward to that, and lots of help from people like Sarah and Carol and others. But yeah, you can find me here working, a phone call away. When I'm not working, I love to ride my bike and run and do yoga and hang out with friends, take walks outside. I love the Arboretum. It's amazing. I learned how to bike from my house to church this weekend. That was really cool, and I'm excited I can do that. So maybe I'll put all of your houses on a map and figure out how to bike around and say hello to you. That might be an interesting challenge. So maybe we'll figure that out one day. That'd be fun. Okay. Think of other fun things we can do together that are COVID safe, and I'll look forward to meeting you in person really soon. Take care.
Awesome. Thanks, Pastor Jessica. We are so excited that you're here, and we're excited for you to join us next week. So kids, don't forget to come next week. You want to tune in next week. You want to come to the after party. It's going to be a Dabadoo time. I'm cooking up some pretty hilarious stuff and some pretty fun stuff for us to get to know Jessica and to just have a good time together. So with that, check this out. Have you ever had to wait for something that you really, really wanted? Right? At first, like the waiting, it's kind of fun, right? It's while you wait, there's anticipation and it builds because when the waiting's finally over, you know you're going to have the best day ever. You're going to get that thing that you want. But what happens when that day gets delayed? Maybe at first you're a little disappointed, but you can be patient. You can wait it out. But then it's delayed again and again and again. Soon you start to wonder if it's ever really going to happen at all, or if you should just give up hope, honestly. It's not a great feeling, but it's a feeling I bet a lot of us can identify with. And for some of us, it's because we've been waiting on God. A lot of us have been feeling like we're in that waiting place for like the whole last year. We've just been waiting for this pandemic to be over, waiting for a vaccine, waiting so we can finally get out of our house and maybe see our friends and not have a Zoom class. And in the Bible, we see this all the time. I mean, Abraham and Sarah waited for years for God to give them a child. Or we look at the people of Israel who waited even longer for God to save them. Now, I don't know what promises you're waiting on God to fulfill right now, or what promises that you're going to need to wait for in the future. But here's what I do know. God can be trusted. Proverbs 3:5-7 says this: "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun evil." The same God who was so patient, so gracious, and trustworthy to Abraham and Sarah and to the people of Israel is patient, gracious, and trustworthy to you and me. We're not always going to know why God wants us to wait or how long we're going to need to continue to wait, but we know that God has a plan, even if we have to wait for it.
I could never earn your heart. I could never reach that far. But you have pulled me close. You never let me go. I'm safe forever in your arms. Your promises I cannot break. And I know you will never change. Your love time I speak. You look into my eyes, see the things I hide, and say that you will never leave. Your promises I cannot break, and I know you will never change. Your love is, your love is, your love is loyal. Your love is, your love is, your love is loyal. More faithful than the rising sun, this grace for me I can outrun. Your love is, your love is, your love is loyal. When my world shakes, your love remains unshaken. So constant, so perfect, unwavering. When my world falls, your love remains unfailing. So constant, so perfect, unwavering. So constant, so perfect, unwavering. Your love is, your love is, your love is loyal. Your love is, your love is, your love is loyal. Your love is, your love is, your love is loyal. More faithful than the rising sun, this grace for me I can outrun. Your love is, your love is, your love is loyal. Your love is
Zoom after party.